I picked up a little smelting pot, and I've been considering melting and casting brass, scrap brass, so that I can use them for bolsters and pommels. So we got it in the forge, and I just picked up some little brass house number here as a test run to see how this thing works out. I'll let you see what it turns out like. Practically melted. I want to melt my lens. So I made a little mold here. It's pretty half-assed, but let's see what happens. This is just a test. So it looks like it's getting ready. So we're going to make this a quick-ass pour and hope everything works well. Am I zoomed out? Wide. Yep, here we go. Make it quick, make it quick, make it quick. It looks like something. We'll see what happens in a couple minutes. Alright, there it is. So obviously I wasn't level. That's thick enough there, but that's not quite thick enough there. So I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll melt it again and try it one more time when it's level. Maybe I just don't have enough material. So that's like 4 inches. Yeah, I'd say 4.5 inches wide. Not a whole lot of brass inside that little sign. I think I'm gonna remelt it and pour it in half the size mold. That's the plan anyway. Alright, a little smaller mold this time. And the stuff's starting to melt in there again. Alright, here we go again. A little smaller mold, let's hope it works well. And there you go. Wow, that's hot, I'll tell you. Well, it looks like something. Should be a little thicker this time anyway. Alright, so there's my little piece of brass. And I think that's thick enough. That isn't a fold, that's just the line that was in the mold. But I think I can go ahead and do something with that. I think what I'm going to do is, believe it or not, and I haven't the foggiest idea if this is even acceptable, but I'm going to forge that down. Heat it a little, it probably doesn't need much heat. Just kind of forge that out to a nice flat billet, and we'll go from there. Alright, feel free to comment and tell me I'm a complete moron, but it makes sense, it's steel. I'm not going to heat this up very much. But I don't see why you wouldn't forge brass. I've forged silver before for jewelry. So we'll forge this into something a little smoother and more uniform in thickness. What else are you supposed to do with it? So here it is. Just kind of made it a little more uniform. Squared off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put it on the sander a little bit just to clean it up and buff it up a little bit, and we'll see what this thing looks like. Alright, I hit the ingot with some 80 grit, cleaned it up a little bit, just run it across the polisher just to make it more dramatic and give it some shine. I got about 4.75 ounces left. It was 6.75 when I put it into the ladle, so whatever's still stuck in the bottom of the ladle, which I knew I'd lose some. This is the first casting in this ladle. And then whatever I lost sanding, I lost 2 ounces out of this. I'm not sure if I can get 2 pieces out of this one piece of brass, or if it's just going to be a single. But again, this was an experiment. If I can find brass pieces, parts, plumbing parts, brass scrap, cheap is an option to melt it, cast it, forge it a little bit, and then use this for pieces, parts for my knives and things. The answer is yes. I think that was a successful test. I mean, I paid $9 for that stupid number at the store, which was ridiculous. You can get those numbers for about $3 to $4 on eBay, maybe even larger than the one I had. So $3 to $4 to get maybe 2 pieces out, probably not economical, but it might end up still being cheaper than going and buying brass straight up off the internet. There you go, casting, forging, and reclaiming brass.